Alright, so I'm Deficio from Copenhagen Wolves, and this is my second vlog. It's been a while since I made one. I actually want to try to make one like every second week from now on. So let's get it started. I'm gonna start talking a little bit about last weekend where we played SK, AAA, and Gambit. It was a bit of a weird weekend for us. It was kind of stressful because we just arrived from Copenhagen Games as well, and we had been like kind of stressed the entire week. We hadn't really got any practice because there wasn't no time, mainly due to Copenhagen Games. So we started out playing SK. It was a very close game. We were ahead pretty much the entire game. We should have won it. We made a few mistakes overall in the game. One of the mistakes was we were very afraid to tower dive them. We could have dived them like 3 or 4 times, but we hesitated. We didn't want to throw the game, or we didn't want to risk throwing the game, which ended up in just a turtle pretty much for them. So 50 minutes into the game or something, when everybody's having like 5, 6 items, it doesn't really matter that you're ahead. And we gave them a Baron for inhibitor, where we didn't make the giant mistake of engaging on them when they had Baron for no reason. We could just have waited. The side lanes were pushing in our advantage, and they would have to back off and defend them or like tower dive us. So if we just waited, they would have like probably lost the game there. But we decided to engage on them, and it was a stupid call, and it was a call we're not gonna do again. And yeah, it happens, but we kind of know it because we really want to win that game. We had AAA in the next game. It was fairly easy game. Nothing special happened. We got ahead early game. We had a bad team fight after a dragon and went 4 for 4, but it didn't really do much because we already got the dragon and we rolled with like 3 towers up, so it didn't really change that much. And from there on, like after that team fight, we didn't make any mistakes. We just simply took every like small advantage we could and we beat them pretty simple. We then had Gambit for the last game, which was, I mean, as you probably could see, a very hard game. Gambit are just playing super awesome. They did lose to Giants, yes, but that just means they're even more motivated for the next games. So, yeah, they did really well. We got a good start, but we were never really heading gold, mainly due to TF's passive being really strong. And like Diamond Prox got really fed on Hecarim, so he could like go insanely tanky pretty much instantly, and we couldn't touch him at all. So it was a close game. Yeah, I'd say close enough, but Gambit won it without much trouble in the end. So respect to them. I touched a little bit on Copenhagen games before I started talking about the games. We were there last week. We came up like all four. We were me, Björksen, Garbro, and Svenskern. On it was Thursday, I think. And we were just hanging around in the complete booth and we were saying hi to fans, signing autographs and taking pictures. It was really awesome. It was great to see so many people. Like you literally couldn't even walk from the booth to like the food place without getting stopped 3 or 4 times for pictures. So that was amazing. Big thanks to all our fans who came there, supported us. We also had like a special guest. It was a small girl called Emma who came all the way from like across the country. So it's like I guess 3 hour travel for a 12-year-old girl, and we made some special things for her. Like we gave her some jerseys, and we played a game with her, a normal game actually against Froggen. That was pretty random, and I think she had a great time. And it was really awesome, like as a player, to see that even like a kid like her supports you and is a big fan of you. So it's just always awesome to like make a person like her very happy. So of course, small shout out to her. This week we have again been kind of stressful. We had to travel down here Wednesday, and me and Tess had to go home Monday. We had like his birthday. I had like a silver wedding with my parents, so we had to go home. The rest stayed here and practiced in the cell studio. Tess and I came down Wednesday again, and we practiced Wednesday. It was a good day of practice, so that was positive. Now today and yesterday, I mean today and tomorrow. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. We have some Riot conference, which basically is Riot doing a lot of things with us, like media training, branding of yourself, a lot of stuff like that, a champion design discussion, and it's really cool. But it takes up the entire day, so we actually don't have any time to practice. It's the same for all the teams, obviously, so we shouldn't cry about it. But it costs all the practice these 2 days. Tomorrow We'll go karting as well and go out to eat with all the players and everything. So it's gonna be awesome. It's not that, but here with like the last few weeks of LCS, you kind of actually just want to practice pretty much every time you can, especially in our situation where we're traveling a lot and we have a lot of waste time where we can't practice. But the overall, it's really cool and huge respect to Riot for doing this because it's awesome. It's very professional made and hopefully for the future interviews with like all the players and stuff, they'll be better because we get some practice with them now. As you probably can't see, but I'm sitting at the hotel again because we haven't gotten our gaming house yet. We actually thought we would get it, like we've been thinking we would get it like every week now, but there's always something coming up that kind of destroys that. So that we have no gaming house. I don't even think we're close at getting one. I'll be surprised if we have one like before the first half of the season ends. So yeah, we're living at the hotel again, as we've been like the last few weeks. It's okay, but I must admit you get kind of tired of living on a hotel because you can't cook any food. You can't really do much here. The internet is kind of rubbish as well, so you can't even like play at the hotel. So we're kind of forced to go out and eat every day, and we're kind of relying on being able to practice in the cell studio, which is fine in some way, but it's just annoying that you can just sit down and just chill properly. Um, so yeah, but again, it's a good hotel. Let's get paid, so we can't really complain that much. And yeah. On to this weekend, we have it's actually going to be a very important weekend. We have Dragonborns, Giants, and Gambit, and especially the first two games are insanely important for us. Due to Giants beating Gambit last weekend, they're actually above us now. They're on fifth spot, we're on sixth. And we obviously want the fifth spot, and we want to avoid 7 and 8 because if you're on 7 and 8, you're 100% sure you have to go play the qualifier. If you get like 5 and 6, you have to play like number 3 and 4, and if you win those games, you don't have to play the qualifier for the next season. So it's really, really important we stay away from the 7th and 8th spot. And that means we have to beat Dragon Balls and Giants because they are the teams we're fighting against. Like we are so close to each other, it's like 1 win, 2 wins apart. So we have to win those 2 games. Then we have Gambit in the last game, which again we can't really expect much. We want to go in and make a good show. We know if we actually play like our complete A game and we get some good picks, we can beat them. We have some things prepared, like we want to try and force them on a few picks, and that we hopefully can counter. I can say one of them is Nasus actually for Diamond Box, and it might sound weird because he plays it really well, but it's easier to play against his Nasus than it is to play against maybe his Hecarim or his Volibear. So we kind of want to try and bait him on that. So please don't tell him if you see this, and you know him. But yeah, so Giants and Dragonborns, we have to win. Gambit, whatever. Let's see how it goes. Fantastic to beat them. If you lose, not gonna be in bad mood about it. And then we have bye week after, which means we have 2 weeks off. And then we have like the last round where we have to play 5 games, and it's gonna be like a new super week. It's gonna be awesome. I'll make a vlog before that. Don't worry, I'll make one after as well. Kind of trying to sum up the whole season there. I guess here in the end, I made last week a Facebook page finally. Some people have been asking me about it. I was like, fine, I'll make it. It's up now. It's called Deficio. You can just search for it. I'll see if I can post it here in the description as well. If you have any questions for me, you can always ask them in there. I try to answer pretty much everything in my mail there, unless you spam me down. So please don't. But like, I'll try to answer all the questions that you come up with, and I'll be updating with pictures and like updates from LCS and how the team is doing. So hopefully you will like it. And then obviously I want to thank our sponsors here in the end. We have like Complete, we have Adidas, and we have SteelSeries, who is, I mean, huge thanks to those three. They're doing a fantastic job with us and providing us everything we need. And yeah, also obviously a big thanks to our fans, because without you guys, as we always say, without you guys we are nothing. So thanks, and hopefully you will support us in the future.